So pillars of the photography, what you need is perfect equipment, image editing after you click the image, skills of photography. Even if you have a very good camera, good optics and everything, but if you lack your skill, you might not get a good photos. So there are some limitations also. Obviously, your photography with the mobile cannot compare itself with the DSLR photography. You cannot do the birding, which is mostly needs zooming and good lenses. Bit of a shortcoming for animal photography. But for that also, you have a clip-on lenses with a zooming facility. And person holding camera is most important than the equipment. So you can use mobile photography for a product photography, food photography, macro, night, portrait mode, architectural, and to some extent astrophotography also. And obviously, everybody uses it for the travel and the wide angle photography. So what we should do and we shouldn't do is never use mobile flash for mobile photography. And which mobile we should use? The one with a more than 8 megapixel to 12 megapixel camera is okay for a travel and amateur photography. You need a good phone. So which are the good phones? Google Pixel, Samsung, obviously different versions of the cameras are coming, mobile phone cameras are coming. OnePlus, Huawei, Oppo, and of course Apple, which has got a very good optics. So while buying the camera phone, what you need to see is in camera mobile, you see how the red color is captured. If the red color comes as it is and the exact color is reproduced, then it's a good camera. So you can buy that and see some depth of field also while buying it. Not necessary that you will be able to see all these things, but you can see the specifications in the while buying those mobiles. So now we are going in little depth, not too much, but a little bit. So what is pixel? So all the photos are in pixels. So when you zoom any image and you see one square, that is called as a pixel. So in the upper image and the lower image, both you can see all those squares. So one square is equal to 1 pixel. So 1 megapixel is equal to 10 lakh or 1 million pixels. For, as I already told, that for amateur and travel photography and social media, 8 to 12 megapixel and max 16 megapixel is also okay. For professional level banners and hoardings and flyers, you need a higher megapixels for reproducing the good image. Now, what you need is in mobile photography is light, focus, composition. If you mastered all these, you could be a good photographer. And we should know what is RAW versus JPG. You should know editing. You should know a bit of a creativity, framing, and as already said, composition. So we'll go for a light. So as I already said, never use camera flash, which is usually very hard. And if you use flash, the light will be different than what you see originally, and the colors will be very, very different. So how you should do it, use a natural light or use some background light like a clip-on clip-on lights on a mobile or a ring light as you see. So the upper one is a ring light. You can flip it on your mobile for taking the selfies. And this is a portrait light, ring light, which comes hardly to 500, 600 rupees, easily available on Amazon, which is quite useful when you do some recordings or do some short videos, do some presentations. So for all these things, it is quite good. This is additional light, and obviously the professional photographers, they use a different light sources which we do not need for a mobile camera. So now about the depth of field. So how you do it? You have to focus on some part of the mobile. When you focus on some image or a subject, you just move your camera front and back and see where you get the clear image. So that will be how the camera is focusing itself. You can do it in addition, click in the center where, click on the object or a subject, and then see. If you click on that subject, you will be able to see the better depth of field. And if you need to increase or decrease the image brightness, you can slide up and down to increase or lower the brightness. So that is how you increase the light in your image. So this is about the light. So this is how the focus is. See, this is mostly a macro photography, the eye of a fly. These are the cat's eyes, and this is an ant. The middle one is a photograph of a droplet, and it is taken with a depth of field Now, what is aperture or focus? So, aperture in mechanical sense refers to the size of the opening of the back of the lens, which controls how much light is being passed into the camera sensor. And it is important for the exposure of the photograph. But it is also affects how much your image is focused or out of focus. So this is important, impacts the look and feel of the image. In the next photograph, you'll be able to see. So if the aperture is wider, you will get the background blur and the subject is standing out. And if the aperture is narrow, you can see everything around, and this is used for the wide depth of field. So this is how you can use your pro photography. Every camera has got a pro mode, and focus is so this is some of the examples. Here the wide angle is used, so the effect is the subject is standing out and the background is little bit blurred. Now, what is sharpness? What you need is a crisp and sharp image, focus and steady hand with a good light. Proper light is very much important. So camera photography itself is more of a play with the light rather than anything else, and obviously the instrument. The light should be subtle, soft, and not harsh. Autofocus and then manually touch the screen, and so these are some of the sharp images. The first one was taken by me last year in somewhere in May early morning. So one of the sun is in the background, and one of the leaves which was like drying and has got a mesh. And the next image is taken by one of the mobile photography group admins. This photo is in the night, and what he has used is a torch behind the leaf, which shows a caterpillar and standing out in between the leaves. So now what about the framing and composition? So all the photographers uses it. Placement of the subject in relation to the object is called as a framing. Composition is focus on the object. So these are the various examples of the framing and composition. Here, the food photography, not only the food, but then background, some different articles are kept to make the good framing. In this, the composition would like to show the composition. Here they have used rule of thirds. It's not necessary that the subject is in the center. It should be somewhere crossing the grid lines. I'll tell you about the grid lines. So this is a pattern of the sky, and this is a image which shows a symmetrical composition. So now, if you want to take a good photograph, you should know a rule of thirds. Like in your camera settings, go to the camera settings and put the grid lines on. So if you see those grid lines, there are 9 squares, 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines, which divide a whole image into 9 squares. So whatever if you see this plus, 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 so your subject or a focus or whatever you want to photograph should be intersecting one of these plus signs. So in this case, you will get a very good photograph. So if you like this, grid lines will be seen when you shoot your photo while doing it. So this you should always use or make it on in the settings while taking the photograph. So these are the what I am going to tell you now is 20 rules of the photography. These are very simple and short one, not very detailed. So centered, composition and symmetry. Here you should always, so that was a grid line. Now this is a symmetry. You should always see wherever you photograph, there should be symmetry in your photo. Like these grills and rails are seen, and the steps are seen, and the light is in the center. So this composition is important. In architectures and roads also, you make a great subject for center composition. Not all the rules are very like rigid. You can just cross 1 or 2 rules and take a good photograph. Obviously, it's a trial and error. So symmetry here, we have already seen one picture of symmetry. Scenes containing reflections are also great opportunity to use symmetry in your composition. Here you can see the reflection in the water, and here also rule of thirds is also used. So 9 squares and then symmetry of the tree and reflection. Now third rule is foreground, interest and depth. See the upper image and the lower image. In upper image, everything is seen clearly. In the lower image, the foreground is focused more. So depth of field is changed by changing some small settings. So it will pop out your photograph. And here again, same thing is seen. The background is little bit out of focus, but the foreground is quite focused in both the photos. The fourth rule is frame in frame. Including frame within frame is another effective way of portraying a depth in sense in the scene. So looking for the elements such as the windows, arches, overhanging branches of the trees and frames can be used for a frame in frame composition. So frame does not necessarily should surround the entire scene to be effective frame in frame composition. So here you can see the one of the windows from which the photo is taken. Here you can see the arch and the door is shot in between. The aeroplane is shot from the window of another aeroplane. Here the frame is used as a branch tree. Now, so the next rule is leading lines. So leading lines will help you or a viewer through the image and focus attention on the important elements. So the leading lines could be from the parts or walls or patterns. So next few images we'll be able to see how the leading lines are. So these are the leading lines, and in between you see the Eiffel Tower. The leading lines can be road also. A small road is used as a leading line. Here, this was an incidental thing. My nephew is standing in between the leading lines. So this was taken in 2019. And here, another path and a road is leading line. So sixth rule is diagonals and triangles. So not necessary you should pay attention every time, but just keep in mind that this can be used as a good composition tool. Now the patterns and textures, they are visually attractive and suggest the harmony. Patterns can be man-made like a series of arches, natural like a flower patches. Incorporating patterns into your photograph is always good way to create pleasing composition. Less regular textures can be also very pleasing to the eye. So these are some of the examples of the pattern. The tiles, here the wall colored in a different patterns, and here those staircase made of a rock. So these are the patterns. This is a wall pattern, and this photograph was taken in the Europe last year when we went there. This is made of some, what was it? Some beads and lights. Now the rule of odd. So if you take a single photo of this art, it won't look good. But then 1, 2, and 3, everything is taken together. It's looking a bit appealing. So this is also one of the rules. Another rule is filling the frame, which is filling the frame with your subject, leaving little or no space around it, can be very effective and in certain situations. It helps focus the viewer completely on the main subject without any distractions. It also allows the viewer to explore the details of the subject that wouldn't be possible if you don't do it. So this is one of the vegetables which is filling whole of the space. It looks very good. This is our Ganeshji. I took a photo at Madam's place in the basement. So filling the space will also make a good photograph. Now another rule is leaving a negative space. Leaving a lot of empty space or a negative space around your subject can be very attractive. It creates a sense of simplicity, minimalism, and filling the frame. It helps to viewer to focus on the main subject without any distractions. So the next photograph will explain how it is. So this is a negative space, only a big statue everywhere, nothing else. So this looks beautiful. So simplicity itself can be powerful composition tool. It often said less is more. Simplicity often means taking photos with uncomplicated background that doesn't distract from the main subject. You can also create a simple composition by zooming on the part of the subject, focusing on a particular detail. So these are some examples of like this droplets on a leaf. These are the droplets on the grass, and only a small tree and a blurred background around. So these are the examples of a simplicity and minimalism. Isolate the subject. This is another rule. Using a shallow depth of field to isolate your subject is very effective way of simplifying your composition. By using a wide aperture, you can blur the background. We have already seen this photograph once that might otherwise distract from your main subject. This is particularly useful technique for shooting the portrait. So this is how the subject is isolated. So everything is focused on this sunflower here. In the last photo, the Mossambi is and the lemon is focused. The other background is slightly blurred. Thirteenth rule is change your point of view. Getting high up or a low down can be a very creative and more interesting original composition of a familiar subject. Getting high up gives you a chance to capture spectacular views of a city, especially at the night. So these are some of my photographs which I've taken. The first photograph is from the 13th floor of a Christ Church. The chess which is played on the ground is shot. This is Melbourne City, the railway station and the around area. This was from the Opdeck. This all three photographs are from the Melbourne Opdeck, the river around and the big building. And this is Rod Laver Arena where the Melbourne Open Tennis is played. And this is low height. This is a building of, I think, Parijat Hospital. I took it while I was sitting there and took the building photo. This photo was for Ooty. While we were traveling from the for a morning walk, I took these photos of a tea garden. So it gives all good photos depending upon how you use it. So the 14th rule is look for the particular color combination. The use of a color itself is often overlooked composition tool. Certain color combinations complement each other well and can be visually very striking. In color wheel, I'll show in the next photo. You can see that the colors are arranged logically in the segments of a circle. Colors that are opposite each other in the color wheel are said to be complementary colors. In photographers, we can look for a scenes that incorporate complementary colors as a very creative, attractive, striking composition tool. So these are some of the photographs. You can see the contrast, complementary colors. This is a parliamentary building. This is exactly place I can't remember, but you can see a very good color combination. So try to look for such colors while capturing the photos. Now, rule of a space is the 15th rule. 5 more to go. The rule of a space relates to the direction of the subject in your photo are facing or moving towards. If you are taking a photo of a moving car, for example, there should be a more space left in the frame in front of the car than behind. This implies that there is a space in the frame for the car to move into. So this is that rule of space. The boat is moving, and here another boat moving this direction. So these small rules, if you keep in mind, you will get a good photograph. So left to right rule. There is a theory that says we read an image from left to right. In the same way, we would read our text. For this reason, it is suggested that any motion portrayed in a photograph should flow from left to right. So these are some of the examples of left to right photography rule. Now, the balance element in the scene. You can compose your shot to include a secondary subject of the lesser importance or a size on the other side of the frame. See this lamppost and see the Eiffel Tower. So the importance is given to the lamppost rather than the Eiffel Tower. This balances out the composition without taking too much of a focus off the main subject in the photograph. Now, juxtaposition. This refers to the inclusion of two or more elements in the scene that can either contrast with each other or complement each other. Both approaches can work very well and play an important part in enabling the photo to tell the story. Here in this photograph, these two things, they complement each other. Golden triangle is another rule. Instead of grid lines, rectangles or triangles can be used to divide the frame. And this is called as a, these lines are a diagonal lines. Here you can see the golden triangle. See this one statue. This is another statue. This is a part of Eiffel Tower. So this is golden triangle. And the last one is a golden ratio. It is widely used in many types of art as well as architecture as the way of creating aesthetically pleasing compositions. See this one. So just a small reminder how to use it. Now the rules are over. We'll see what is RAW and JPEG image. So image is the information to the center. RAW image is an unprocessed by the camera. RAW image gives a good output after editing. JPG image is the processed and compressed image by the camera and does not give as good results as a RAW. So now, what about editing? It is not a lengthy and a complicated thing. This is called as a makeup tool of the image. Now, what to use for editing? There are very, very good tools and apps which are freely available. Snapseed, Adobe Lightroom, PicsArt, and Adobe Photoshop. I use Snapseed and Adobe Lightroom mostly for my photography editing. I'll explain and demonstrate one of the editing at the end of the this slideshow. You can download this from the Play Store and play with it. If needed, you can see few videos of YouTube of a Snapseed and Lightroom. So what we should not do and what we shouldn't do. So use an external light if possible. Never use flash. For zooming, there is big no-no. If you take a photos which are zoomed out too much, your photos won't be good. use grid lines in your photography settings of the camera, whatever mobile you are using. Try to apply these rules of 20. Most important is always steady your hand while taking the photos. Photos in a shaken hand and a little bit of shake also, they won't come good. Always keep your lens clean before taking photos. Editing is an integral part of the photography. So it's not bad thing that you are editing your photos. It will give a good image and a sharp, crisp image. If you edit your photos, even the B612 is what people use for a photography, is a good tool if you use it wisely. So it's not that every beautifying cameras are bad. You should know how to use it and try to use framing and composition as and when needed in most of your photos. So this was all about what is photography. Now, I may not be visible to you as I'll show you how to edit some photos. So my photo won't be visible. I'm showing this from one of my mobile. So this is the photograph I took this morning. So now I'll so this is Snapseed. So in the beginning, it will come styles and tools. So in tools, if you go, you can see the tune image, and from here you can change brightness, increase or lower it. Then contrast you can change. Just play with it and you'll be able to see which is good and which is not necessary. So this is saturation. This is ambience. If you want to lower the surrounding or make it a bit clear, highlight. For sky, you have to lower the highlight. And shadows. If you want to increase the shadows, slide to left. If you want to lower the shadows, slide to right. So by sliding to the right, what you can do is make the background bit darker, and later we can use it for something else. So this is, if done, then go for that. You can increase the detail by the detail thing, and you can increase the curves, lower it or increase it. So it depends upon what you want to do. If you want to make it more brighter, so this is about the detail. Now, if you want to selectively just focus on this flower, just click on that flower. You can increase or decrease the 4 things you can play with. Brightness, if you increase the brightness, increase or decrease the contrast, increase or decrease the saturation, and structure. Structure will pop out the flower. Then if I want to just keep that flower itself, don't want any background, so I can use the lens blur. Just pull it up and you can blur strength whatever amount you want to. If you want everything blur, in between those 2 circles, if you want to increase or decrease the size, so if you want to decrease the transition, just make it smaller. Now you can see the whole thing is blur around. Make the flower itself visible. So this, you can do it and just click it yes. Now your flower itself is popping out. Now if you want to crop it and just focus it on your flower, this is just a flower. A day, I think my status will show you this flower, or maybe it must have gone by now. So this is how the editing is. Very simple. And when done, just click done. So Snapseed by Google is a very good tool. Similarly, this LR, this is a very good app. I have already got some photos in here. All our photos are here. I'll just demonstrate a small thing in here. We'll go with this photo itself. So mostly what I use most of the time is this light. You can increase or decrease the exposure. So if you increase the exposure, the photo will be blurred. If you decrease it, so make it proper. Contrast, you can increase or decrease. Highlight, you can increase or decrease. And shadows too. So if you want to, if it is a human photograph, if you there is some lights on your face, you can increase or decrease those. You can increase the white points or decrease it. And black. If I want to increase the black in the background, increase black. And just go on a next one, color. Here grading and just mix. Mix is, if you click on this one, and just 3 things here. You can decrease the color, and this is luminance. So just play with it, and it doesn't take too much time. So every day when I post 1 or 2 greetings, it hardly takes 2 or 3 minutes for me. Similarly, like I was talking about this D612, I didn't know this D612 just few months back when we had a small get together at one of my friend told me that D612 is there, and they usually take the photos with this B612. So photos come too bright in this. So if you want to edit some of the photos, so this photo, if you want to edit in a B612, share with the B612. And not to use beauty, this is use adjust. It takes 2 or 3 minutes. This photograph was taken in the morning on my terrace, one of the pots. You can increase or decrease the lux to pop it out. Brightness, contrast, saturation, highlight, shadows, anything you want to, you increase or decrease depending upon what you want. And for this, adding the text, just click on the text, type anything. Done. And here you get hundreds of this fonts. Use any of them. So this is text color is white. Stroke, if you want to pop it out, use black or anything contrasting. Shadows of the text, if I use white, the white will come around. You can change the background of that. And you can increase the spacing. You can, if 2 words are there, you can increase, or line spacing, you can increase. So this is how you have to play with the photography tool. So this was all about the photography thing. And I hope I would have made a justice with everything. And something would have been useful out of this webinar. Thank you very much. And I wish everyone happy Diwali. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Usha
Over
Madam.
to you.
Thank you, Dr. Usha Madam. It was a very amazing presentation. We got to know about a lot of technicalities, but whatever the gadget we use, the brain and the thought behind it is very important for a good presentation. I learned from all your presentation that photography is a love affair with the life, so that we can present whatever thought comes to our mind. Any question answers are there? You can raise your hand and ask Dr. Usha Madam.
Madam, which is the simplest software in mobile phone which should be used for the editing for the beginners like us?
Snapseed.
Which one?
Snapseed. The
Snapdeal.
one first I Snapseed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Just
a
share
very
the logo.
easy.
Just share that logo, please.
Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Usha, it was a wonderful presentation. I never
Thank you,
thought
ma'am.
this is so useful, because at the most what we used to do, like we used to click the photos and send it immediately. We never
Yes.
edited so much. At the most, white and black, or little bit contrast here and there, but not to this extent. It is wonderful. Very nice
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you.
Usha,
Yes, ma'am.
it is a very Usha,
Yes, ma'am.
a very nice and very useful presentation. I was very much surprised to see it all. And your slide of do's and don'ts is very, very nice for us, at least
Thank
for
you.
us, for as a simple photographer. But it is a very wide field, and you introduce us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
It seems you are having a in-depth study of all these tricks and tips.
Actually,
And thanks for
last
sharing
in-
all those.
Thank you, ma'am. In 2019 May, I joined one of the mobile photography group, and like excellent photographers there. All are using mobile photography. Most of them are dentists, and they share a lot good photographs every day. So that taught me a lot. Thank you.
Nice presentation.
Any other?
Very nice.
Very
Thank
nice.
you, ma'am.
You have covered all the technical aspects also.
Thank you.
Usha, there is one question from my side. Are there any
Yeah.
different clip-on lenses for macro photos, landscapes, and astro photos, or only one lens?
It's more of for the macros,
Okay.
not the different ones. You can get a macro photo lens. There are some different lenses available in the market. You can get it on Amazon also. But wide angles nowadays, the different cameras are there. They have got a very good wide angle stuff. Yesterday only I've seen in Dankede sir's photo. It was there. Very nicely we clicked a big selfie. No, it was not a selfie. It was a big photograph, but from a very near one, I got that photo. Sir, please share it somewhere whenever
Yes,
possible.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You
That is
can
actually
ask,
inbuilt feature of the OnePlus mobile. So there
Yes.
they have a 3x camera. So right from the very short distance, you get exactly the 90 degrees right from your beside. You can get the
Either
complete
side,
view of
yeah.
that.
Either side, yeah. So it was a very nice camera actually. So new good cameras are coming, like Google Pixel is one of the best camera. Then this even Motorola has got a very good camera. They have got a 128 megapixel camera backside, and the cost is just I think 39 to 40,000. That's it. Obviously, the different Samsung has got a really good cameras. Even OnePlus has got a really good camera. I'm still using my Poco phone only, but the photos are really amazing. You just need a little bit of study, and that's it. So thank you very much for patient listening. Thank you.
Any
That
other
is
questions?
really,
from
really
anyone?
wonderful presentation, ma'am. Thank you for sharing
Thank
this
you.
knowledge. It's a really good hobby.
Thank you.
Hello, Usha.
Yes, ma'am.
That day you clicked one cactus at my place, na? And there
Yes.
was sun behind. So
Yes.
that time you used Pro only, na? Or
Yes,
anything else?
yes. So in Pro, see, I'll share the screen and show you.
Uh-huh.
So here, I think the zoom camera is used. Anyway, most of our things, all the cameras, there is a pro mode. And in that pro mode, what you can use it,
This, I think, angle.
I'll show you. I'll show you one.
I see.
So this is zoom. I'll share the screen and show you.
Yeah, I think I have used it.
See, this is a camera. It has some disadvantages. So this is, we'll use a different camera. So this is a pro thing. Pro mode. Camera is not.
ते त्याच्यावर लिहून येतं की the device is getting overheated.
That's why.
No problem. I think a pro I have used, and there is ISO marking,
This is,
and you can move the scale, no?
yes. So this is camera. There is a ISO, there is a width, there is a focus, and there is a white balance. So these four things are there, and you can play with it and just take a different angles and low light, high light, focus on that subject, white balance. So these are the four things. So the moon photographs I shared last time after Kojagiri were taken with the pro mode only. So decreasing the light to, while taking the night photography, decrease the light to 100, ISO to 100, and there is a one, you have to focus on the subject. So macro or micro. So go to micro if you want to focus on something, and focus on that subject itself, and later increase the white balance, and those four things you have to play with. If this camera would have been working, I would have showed you.
Yeah, no, I understood. You have to play with that, and you
got
have to take the photos, and then only you can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understood. And in night time, which mode is to be used? That night mode.
Actually,
only?
you can night mode you can use if you want to increase the flash, light well, or use the light facing your subject. On your subject, the light should come. It should not, and you should be standing near the direction of the light. So your focus will be on the subject. So that day we were talking, we were standing just in front of that floodlight.
Yeah.
And on the other side, the whole of the face was all flash. Now, if you stand on the other side, the focus is on the subject and you get a good photos. So that way you have to change the direction of the light. So photography is more of a lights and lights and lights. So that way it is to be taken.
Yes, very, very true.
So I think this we have taken in a with a short notice. So anyway, we will share it on YouTube. No problem.
No problem at all. This
Yeah, we have
21
recorded.
people. Yeah, this We have used it, and once again we are going to conduct this webinar, maybe in person.
Yeah, we'll conduct it again.
We'll
Yeah.
more focus more on editing rather than just the basic.
At least
Basic,
100 people are benefited today, so that this Diwali pictures will be very nice.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So any other questions? Or should we go ahead?
We should go ahead.
Okay. I thank the IMA President, Amravati, Dr. Dinesh Thakre sir, Secretary IMA Amravati, Dr. Sandeep Dankhede sir for their gracious presence. I am grateful to the President of Women's Doctors Wing IMA Amravati, Dr. Jagrati Shah Madam, who is so encouraging and so inspiring us for various activities. I thank Dr. Usha Gajviye Madam, our speaker for today, as well as the secretary, a dynamic secretary of Women's Doctors Wing, for her excellent presentation. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the delegates who have made today's webinar a grand success. Thank you, everyone. I wish you all a very happy and a safe Diwali. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
उषा मॅडम, एक अनऑफिशियल क्वेश्चन. खूप सुंदर प्रेझेंटेशन झालं. तुमचा
you.
जो आता सध्याचा जो तुमचा हा डीपी आहे समजा, याच्यामध्ये यू आर प्रॉमिनंट अँड रेस्ट ऑफ द बॅकग्राऊंड इज ब्लर्ड. हाऊ यू डिड दॅट?
मी पण विचारणार होती.
खूप छान दिसत आहे.
थँक्यू. ते टॅप साईड मधूनच आता जे फ्लावरचं तुम्हाला करून दाखवलं ना, त्यातच आहे ते.
लाईव्ह मध्ये पण करता येतं म्हणजे ते?
हा, म्हणजे आता जे मी दाखवलं ना तुम्हाला, फ्लावरला आपण त्याचा बॅकग्राऊंड ब्लर केला.
येस, बट
तसंच
दॅट वॉज
आपण
अबाउट द
आपला-
फोटोग्राफ. नो, दिस इज द व्हिडिओ, लाईव्ह व्हिडिओ. याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा असं फोकस करता
ओके
येतं
ओके
का?
ओके. व्हिडिओचं म्हणताय का?
हा, व्हिडिओचं.
व्हिडिओचं तुमच्या सेटिंग मध्ये जायचं
हा,
आणि आपल्या सेटिंग मध्ये असतं, मोर मध्ये, सेटिंग मध्ये तिकडे
पोर्ट्रेट मोड मध्ये होतं का ते? पोर्ट्रेट मोड मध्ये होतं का?
पोर्ट्रेट मोड मध्ये आहे. हा, आणि तुम्हाला जर कुठला फोटो
माझं
तुमच्या
पण झालं.
बॅकग्राऊंड वर ठेवायचा असेल,
हा,
तुमच्या बॅकग्राऊंड वर ठेवायचा असेल तर तिथेही तुम्ही ठेवू शकता. कुठलाही, म्हणजे बीच, जस्ट थिंक दॅट यू आर सिटिंग ऑन अ बीच अँड पीछे बीचचा फोटो डाल दो, दॅट इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल.
हा, ते आपल्याला व्हर्च्युअल बॅकग्राऊंड घेता येतं. व्हर्च्युअल बॅकग्राऊंड घेता येतं.
हा, बरोबर. घरून हॉस्पिटलच्या बेड, इकडे हॉस्पिटलमध्ये बसला आणि खूप सारा कचरा आहे मागे, जस्ट पुट अनदर फोटो बिहाइंड यू एज अ बैकग्राउंड एंड इट विल बी ऑल गॉन. सो कचरा साफ करने के लिए ठीक है.
आता शर्मिष्ठा मॅडमने त्यांचं केलं होतं वाटतं बॅकग्राऊंड.
बिलकुल बिलकुल आहे ना, दिसताय, छान दिसताय.
केलं मी.
येस येस.
Yes.
ओके, नाईस. छान
So,
छान वाटलं. खूप
easy.
सुंदर.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank you and thank you.
Thank you, Sharmisha.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
so much.
Sharmishta. Yeah, this was all short notice.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, thank you. I have recorded it.
Ah.
Okay.